Welcome back to On to Football. Today's review is going to be on the Schutt Vengeance VTD 2 football helmet. You guys have seen me review a ton of Schutt helmets. Most recently in the Vengeance line, I reviewed the DCT. So what I'm going to go over today is what actually the VTD 2 helmet is, what the VTD 1 helmet is, what the DCT is. There's all these letters after the names, and I think you guys have been confused. A lot of you guys have asked me to review the VTD 2 helmet and also asked me what the difference is between the DCT, the VTD, and the VTD 2. So this detailed review will break down this helmet. It will give a full review on it. Of course, as usual, I will cover off on the protection of the helmet, the comfort, the ease of everyday cleaning, the ventilation, and of course the weight of the helmet. So without further ado, let's get into the review. So as I said before, you guys have seen me review a lot of the Schutt helmets. The Vengeance is definitely one of the favorite models in that line. Of course, they've got all different kinds of it. This helmet is from Safety First Sports. If you saw the unboxing, you have the link for that. You know why I got it. What's interesting about this helmet, ordering it from Safety First Sports, is that you can completely customize it. So from a lot of places, if you get a Schutt helmet, you'll have a certain standard color face mask, or you can't customize all the options. You guys ask, where I get things like the blackout package. If you look inside, this one has black jaw pads as well. It actually had a black front bumper, which I swapped out, which I'll tell you about more. You get a custom shell design. You actually get a custom chin strap. And then you also get the face mask of your ordering. So again, that's Safety First Sports. The link is in the description. Now for more of the technology in this helmet. This is the VTD 2. They've upgraded it from previous years. And let's start with the inside of the helmet. Different from, or the same thing as the DCT line, it's got the Sure Fit airliner. That's this gray airliner. It's inflatable. It has two inflation points right here and right here. So the first inflation point at the top is actually going to give more of the level of the helmet, right, up or down. And then the back inflation point is actually going to surround your helmet and a little bit under. So two isn't definitely enough for this helmet. The Vengeance has been one of the most comfortable helmets that I've worn. Now the difference between the DCT and the VTD is going to be in the TPU. So you can see this TPU is white right here, and the VTD stands for Variable Thickness Durometer, and that's the TPU. So it has been formulated to specifically pass the Virginia Tech test. And if you don't know what the Virginia Tech test is, that is a study that measures the protection of helmets. That test focuses more on the low impact hits. So you can have low impact hits in the game, you can have high impact hits. So the VTD focuses more on the low impact hits. This helmet has been specifically designed to focus more on the low impact hits. The DCT more focuses on the high impact hits. So that has two-layer TPU. This has single-layer TPU, where the thicknesses of these little points that are called durometers, right here, the silver that you can see sticking through, varies throughout the helmet for that. So that is the main difference. There is no other difference between the DCT and the VTD2. The difference between the VTD1 and the VTD2 is the VTD2 just improves on the VTD1. Hope that wasn't too confusing for you guys. So now back to the upgrades that they made in this helmet. The new DCT is also going to have these same upgrades. Again, the only difference is that TPU liner. So what have they done to this helmet to upgrade it? The first is the mechanical attachment of the actual TPU in the helmet. That's this screw right here. So previously, before, you could actually, just take it out with Velcro. It wasn't very secure, it wasn't as secure as it is with this screw. So that's going to help out a little bit. The other thing that I'm really happy about this is the jaw pads. The jaw pads are now mechanically attached, which really means they have a screw that locks in the jaw pad. So you see this jaw pad right here. It's black, so I know it's really hard to see with my lighting. Try to get you guys some of it, but it's not going to come out. So because this helmet was custom, right, I can also customize the jaw pads and the size of the jaw pads. What I have in here are the thickest ones that they make for Schutt. It's 1 3/8 inches. That gives me a really tight fit like I like on my jaw. This is the one that, the standard that comes with it. If you don't tell Safety First Sports what you want, this is actually 7/8 of an inch. And you can see here that normally you just have the snaps. That's how Schutt has done their jaw pads. And a lot of times you see the jaw pads like popping out. You get hit really hard and it's popping out. That is not going to happen anymore, because these three holes right here actually have a T-nut inside. It's the same T-nut that's at the back of the chin strap, and that screws directly into the helmet. So right here, this is the screw that goes directly into the job pad. Your job pad's not coming out. So that's a big improvement that they made. You can see the black bumper. This is custom again, the blackout package as I like to call it. And then the front actually comes with the twist and release bumper. That is designed for the face mask to come off a lot easier. The reason why I took that out is because I like the traditional, and that's so I can fit a visor. Now, your visor is only gonna fit with this type of attachment here, which is the classic, if you have the middle tab. If you don't have the middle tab, which is more of the recent visors now, then the twist and release is gonna work for you. But again, you have those options when you're customizing your helmet. You also have the option of your chin strap, right? So this is the Elite Hard Cup chin strap from Schutt right here. It's actually pretty comfortable. And here is the soft cup. I never use soft cups, but it is an option for you. So the Elite is gonna have a hard polycarbonate plastic on the outside, and then it's gonna have a soft foam on the inside that's really gonna wick sweat. It has the air holes for ventilation, breathability, and really gonna be comfortable and kind of form to your chin there. Now, the other exciting thing about this helmet is what it comes with. There hasn't been a lot of Schutt helmets in my experience that actually come with, the air valve to inflate and deflate your helmet. This is a special air valve that comes with a lot of you guys ask, how do you deflate your helmet because you're probably using standard pumps. But this is a pump. You're actually going to turn this after you stick it in. You stick the point into the helmet, obviously, and afterward you just twist this and it's going to let the air out. You twist it closed and then you squeeze the pump to actually put in air. So it's pretty simple there. So that's just the overall technology that's in the helmet. This face mask is, of course, more of a skill face mask, receiver face mask. It's got the eye guards on here. It's really short and really close to the face so that you are actually, lowering the center of gravity and it's easier to twist your head. So from a protection standpoint, on the Virginia Tech study, this is the highest rated helmet. The Virginia Tech study actually goes through classes of like 1 star, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 5 stars, with 5 being the best. Within the 5 stars, they actually have a rating or a score, but they group them together because they're so close, and that's where you get the stars. So this got 5 stars out of 5 on the Virginia Tech study, which is the highest score that you can get. It actually scored right below the Air XP Pro VTD 2 helmet, which is again the same technology that's under the shell, except for the shell itself is a little bit smaller. This is a large offset. So this got, I'm changing my ratings to the Virginia Tech study, so this got 5 stars out of 5. So the next attribute I'm going to talk about is just the comfort of the helmet. It's no surprise, like I said, the Vengeance line is one of the most comfortable helmets, and that really has to do with the Schutt airliner. So unlike some of the other helmets that use foam, this uses TPU and then has the Schutt airliner, you have 0 break-in period. You unbox this, you put this on, right away you're ready to go. There's 0 break-in period because of the foam. So when I put it on, you have the adjustable jaw pads, honestly, specifically for the size, which means that they're never going to deflate. Because you don't have the air inflation, you're never going to have to worry about inflating. You're never going to have to worry about them falling out because they're mechanically attached. You've got the airliner, you've got the one on top that's actually going to adjust the height of it and how comfortable it feels on your head. And then you've got the airliner that goes around that gives you the tightness here and right underneath the back of your head. So overall, again, this is one of the most comfortable helmets without a break-in period that I have found, and this gets a 9 out of 10, the same as the Vengeance DCT that I reviewed. One thing that I really like about Schutt helmets overall is how easy it is to clean. So you look at some of the other helmets on the market, they've got like overliners to make them more comfortable, and those are comfortable in their own right. But then in cleaning, you've got to take it out. This is easy. Every day, you can just go in and wipe this down. It's got all the ventilation that you need throughout the helmet. Again, it's kind of hard to see, but through there it goes all the way to the crown of the helmet. So there's not a lot in there, right? You get a lot of airflow through the helmet, and then you can easily wipe it down. You take out the Schutt airliner, you can easily clean and wipe down the TPU. It's not going to get moldy as long as you let it breathe and you do your proper cleaning. So again, this is one of the top helmets to clean, and this gets a 9 out of 10. Now, I haven't weighed this helmet, but talking about the weight of it, a lot of it has to do with the face mask, and that's for any helmet. So I reviewed the DCT Elite helmet, which actually comes with a titanium face mask, which is going to be super lightweight. It's going to be a lot lighter than this, and with this particular face mask, because it is for skilled players, it's actually oriented closer to the face. And if I put this on, you guys take a look, it's not going to stick out as far. So you can see the helmet itself, it's closer in. That's going to lower the center of gravity, and that's going to make it feel a lot lighter. It's going to make for easy movements when you turn your head. So even though this face mask is a standard face mask, does not have titanium in it, it does feel light. But again, that's due to this type of face mask. If you get more of a full back face mask or a lineman face mask, it's definitely going to increase the weight of the helmet and how it feels. So my favorite, I love the titanium face mask. They're a little bit more expensive than these, but it's going to get you that lightweight. With the standard face mask, I still give this helmet an 8 out of 10 for weight. Now, I talked a little bit about the ventilation because there's no type of overliner in here. You have direct flow to the outside shell of the helmet. These air vents that you have, they are small. Up here, you can see there's one here, here, and as you get towards the back, there's a third one. So they're a little bit smaller than some of the other helmets, but you do have direct access to it, so it does get a lot of airflow. So in terms of the actual ventilation of the helmet, this scored very well, and this got a 9 out of 10 for ventilation. The price on this helmet is actually pretty decent as well. So the custom helmet, if you go to the Safety First Sports website, the custom helmet is actually $400. But they discount it to $254, which is in line with the Schutt Vengeance line overall from just about any manufacturer. The benefit here is that you do get to customize it with the different colors, with the different face masks, with the different bumpers, chin straps, and cheek pads, and then of course you get the air inflation. So that is something that you might want to consider when you're looking at the price of the helmet. You can go on and check the link. It's in the description right now, and you'll see that it's on sale for you. Now, you guys always ask me if the helmets fit visors. I, of course, put this visor on just for you that want to know, and it does fit. Now, I talked about the bumpers before, so just a little reminder here, you will have to change out the front bumper to fit a visor if it has a middle tab, but they do fit. It looks right on here. This is the Iridium Oakley visor, as you can tell. It's a little scratched up because this is the one that I've used a couple years ago. Sits on one of my helmets here in the house. But it does fit and it looks great. You guys always ask me to put it on. I've put it on many times in this video. I'm gonna do it one more time for you guys before I finish the review. Just for you to get a clean look at the helmet, how it fits, doesn't wobble. So even though this helmet is a large offset shell, I definitely don't feel like it looks too big. I definitely don't feel like it looks like a bobblehead. So hopefully you like my review. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you know the difference between all the Vengeance helmets. If you like my reviews, be sure to check out my full playlist on helmets. Remember to give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.